So what are some common frustrations that homeowners might have with builders? And importantly, how do you avoid them, right? Building is hard. Butting heads with your builder makes it even harder. But let me preface this first by saying we're human. When you find the right builder for you and your home, there are still going to be some times where you may disagree. But if you have the right builder on your team, you're going to get through this and you're going to get to the other side with an enjoyable process. So although I'm going to talk about some frustrations, know that this is really human relationships. But one of the big things that we always have is budget overruns. There are always frustrations with budget overruns. How can you minimize those frustrations? Well, I think it's very important that you find that contractor who is going to give you budget transparency, that you can go in at any time that's convenient for you, see the budget, understand what's happening, be able to look maybe at job logs. Maybe this builder has an online client portal that you can see what's happening on the job every day. You can see the budget, you can see expenditures, you can see bills. That will help you understand what's happening with the budget. So a budget overrun won't be a surprise. Perhaps that budget overrun is an impact made from a finish decision that you made a few months ago. So if you have the right builder and they have the right tools and systems in place, those budgets will be updated as you make those decisions, and that will minimize the frustrations. But I do have to warn you, as a homeowner, you're not going to be used to what costs of goods are out there. A contractor is, and you're going to have to trust your contractor a lot on this. If a cost comes and it is unexpected, don't get frustrated, just ask for another decision. Maybe there's a different or similar product that you could choose that would help you stay in budget. Let me give you a really close example. Levi jeans versus Costco jeans, right? Are Costco jeans the most stylish, the best? No, but they're a really good pair of jeans. And if that fits your budget, then that's the perfect pair for you. If you want to go to Levi's or Wranglers, or I'm sure there's a lot of other name brands out there you could have, we can help you find those products too. But we always have to balance that with staying in budget. So weather can have a pretty big impact on your project. And it affects it because of time delays. So imagine a big snowstorm moves through. It might take a day or maybe two to take all of that snow off your job site. Or maybe rain comes in. While it's raining, generally we're not going to be working on the job in the rain. It's just not safe. After that big rain, maybe your site's muddy. We can't get onto your site without tracking mud all over the driveway that we just built for you. That doesn't really make sense. Or maybe it's too windy and we're trying to carry materials onto the roof and it's just not safe. Weather is going to have an impact. We want to have your house done. We want to be there every day. It's in our interest and it's in your interest to move that project along. But weather, there's just sometimes Mother Nature says no, and we have to respect that. But we're there, we're with you, and we're back on that job as quickly as we can. Sometimes timeline delays are impacted by materials that we were told were in stock from the manufacturer, but because of these varying economic conditions that we have, there are still supply chain issues. And maybe that refrigerator or that cooktop or that piece of stone that we ordered just for your house somehow gets on a slow boat from somewhere. And that's going to impact your time. So how do you minimize frustrations with time? Well, first, it's got to be with open, transparent communication with your builder. And that's really on the builder to do that with you. Your builder should be telling you, here's what's happening, here's why it's happening, here is how it's going to impact the schedule. Very important that you stay close to your builder on communication. And it's very important that you stay involved on the job. And similar to what I was talking about on the budget and being able to go in and look at what's happening on the budget and the daily job logs, being able to see that daily job logs is going to help you understand the timeline, because it might be framers are working 4/10s and on Friday you start to get annoyed or frustrated that there isn't anybody on your job site. You go to the job log and you can see framers are working 4/10s, no work today, because it's Friday. It doesn't change the fact that there's nobody there, but at least now you have a sound reason of why there's nobody there, and it can ease those frustrations. So communication really is the key to avoiding most all of these frustrations, timeline in particular, but budget as well. Which leads me into probably the most important thing. Communicate, communicate, communicate. If you see a problem, or think you see a problem, or you thought of a problem, please call your builder. Your builder would much rather respond to a problem when it's a molehill rather than you think you see something and you sleep on it and a week later it is now a mountain, and you call your builder and you're upset and you're angry and you don't think that you've been heard and something has been covered up. Maybe what you're seeing is just progress, and it's going to turn out exactly like you expected. Or maybe you saw something that the builder accidentally missed, a very small detail or whatever, and you pointed out to the builder. A good builder is going to say, thank you very much. They're going to correct the issue and they're going to move on. I can tell you there are 100 stories where people have called me, regardless of how many times my team has walked the house or I've gone in the house. We may have missed something that was important to you. You point it out, we smile, say thank you, and we fix it. So much better to do that. Again, mountain versus a molehill. Another source of frustration could be payment. Sometimes a builder is expecting to be paid once a week. Sometimes a builder is twice a week. Other builders like us, it's once a month. And the frustration for you is going to come from you don't know until you ask, until you do know. And I would suggest that at the very beginning, when you're talking contract with your builder, ask them about their payment schedule. How often do they want to get paid? What do those payments look like? Do you pay electronically? Do I need to stop by the office? Do I get to see the bills that you're going to pay? All of these things discuss with your builder before you start building, because payment should be a non-issue. Both of you have agreed to a project and to a budget. Payment should be a non-issue. I can tell you the way it is for us. Once a month, we're going to give a monthly progress invoice based on work that was completed during the previous month. Occasionally, we might have a deposit. So you can imagine deposits of a cabinet shop is going to order all of the materials to build your cabinets. Now, the cabinets won't get delivered to your project for 2 or 3 months, but they still have to order the materials in, and they're going to ask for a material deposit. Generally, the industry standard is a 50% deposit for those trades that are heavy on materials. So it could be the countertop, it could be the cabinet guy, it could be the flooring guy. But talk to your builder, understand what those are, and please don't pay an invoice unless you understand what you're paying. That's just going to kick the can down the road, and you're going to have a frustration point later on. So if there's a problem, call your builder. Talk to them. The good builders, they're going to welcome that communication, and they're going to transparently 100% answer your question.